All right, so we're going to talk about plantar warts. Doctor, how often have you seen this condition?
Oh, this comes in probably once a week at least.
Is there a certain time you should see a doctor or anything like that?
Well, so plantar warts are a little difficult to get rid of, so usually sooner is better. What we typically do is sort of conservative or over-the-counter treatments for 12 weeks max, but if things aren't getting better, absolutely come in.
And then what do you do at that point?
There's a couple things we could do. We can use a higher concentration of the over-the-counter medications, or we could just physically pare them down, meaning just kind of shave off that excess skin to help this thing go away. And if that doesn't work, we can most commonly we'll just freeze them off.
Okay, so that's what we see most on the internet. How common is that, where they actually cut out the wart and the so-called wart seed?
Cutting it out isn't really what they're doing. They're just kind of paring it down. So you get rid of that excess skin, so it makes it more amenable to treatment when you have the liquid nitrogen or whatever approach you're taking. It's just kind of debulking it, but you're never really completely removing it with paring them out.
What causes this sort of condition?
So certain viruses can do this to the skin and make it sort of grow uncontrollably. Most of the time, the immune system takes care of it, and that's why you see it in the younger population. The immune system's not mature, and so it doesn't really quite know what to do with it. And so in older patients, they're much less common.
It's more so that they don't have the immunity to the virus, or they don't know what to do with it?
Yeah, basically. In fact, the treatments don't actually eradicate the virus itself. What they do is they irritate the area and they activate the immune system and sort of wake it up and say, hey, this is bad, go after this. So yeah, it absolutely has to do with just, a maturing immune system.
Okay. And then are there any things that people can do for prevention?
They're ubiquitous, these sorts of viruses. They're just sort of everywhere. There's not too much other than basic hygiene, protection when you're on common surfaces, like you mentioned, gym, that sort of thing. But really when they pop up, you just want to get at them sooner. The bigger they are, the more that you have to debulk, the longer they take to get rid of.
Okay. Any other final words on the topic?
They're unsightly, they're annoying, but they're not a health risk. Then they typically go away on their own, even if you don't do anything.
Right. And that's one of the things we've been trying to do with the YouTube channels lately, is try to work towards destigmatizing some of these more common ailments. I think I've read that plantar warts affect 7 to 10% of the population, according to some studies. So it's something that people shouldn't be completely embarrassed of, and they normally go away on their own. So it's one of those things where there's a big stigma, oh, they're gross, whatever, but a large percentage of the population gets it, and maybe we shouldn't be so creeped out by it, or at least treat those people badly who have it at that moment.
Yeah, absolutely not. It's everywhere, and it's a nuisance, but like I said, no medical risk.
Awesome. All right, thank you, and we appreciate your time.
Of course.
Now let's hear from New York Giant Christian Sicoli with a word about Rest More, my favorite sleep supplement.
Christian Sicoli here. I just want to give a big shout out to all the people enjoying a good night's sleep with Rest More. Rest More is an all-natural sleep supplement that helps people get a better night of sleep. I gotta say, myself as an athlete, sleep is probably one of the most important things and underrated things for us to focus on. It's huge for me. I've always needed my 8 hours, honestly, especially when I'm competing intensely. If I get 7 hours 2 nights in a row, it's a problem. I need 8 hours plus 9, 10 hours a lot of times too. So sleep is definitely huge for me. Anyway, Rest More, all natural sleep supplement, helps people get a better night of sleep.
Rest More helps you obtain natural sleep without all the side effects of prescription or over-the-counter medication. It's all natural and safe to use every night. So what are you waiting for? Try Rest More today and start getting a full night's sleep.